a South African living in Dubai. There's still so much misconception about what Dubai is all about and what it's like to live in Dubai. So I thought today that I would record a video and I would be really honest and open about some of the misconceptions that people have about Dubai and our life in Dubai. And so please join me and we'll go through a few of these misconceptions and hopefully give a few insights into what it's actually like to be a South African or a foreigner living in Dubai. So get a coffee and let's get into it. One of the first things I'd like to discuss is the fact that everybody thinks everyone in Dubai is rich and it's so glamorous to live in Dubai and everybody enjoys a life of absolute luxury. And this is unfortunately not true. So 95% of the foreigners that are living in Dubai are just average Joes like you and I who are living their lives trying to make an income in this beautiful country. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of flashy cars around. Every second car really is a Porsche, a Ferrari or a Tesla, heaps of Teslas on the road. So that is something that you see a lot in Dubai, but not everybody is here to just glam it up and spend a lot of money. So because there's so much competition, it can also be really difficult to start a business, and not only to start a business, but to also to find work in Dubai. You will never find a job, well, never's a strong word. You will find it really difficult to find a job in Dubai if you're sitting in your apartment or in your home and you are applying for jobs on job boards. In Dubai, you really need to go out there, you need to network, you need to know people and get out there and meet people. That's what it's all about, because the majority of companies hire people based on recommendation or somebody they meet. So it's about face-to-face here. There are so many people applying for jobs that it's really impossible for recruiters and companies recruiting to go through these thousands of CVs and decide on one person. It's really word of mouth, networking. Crucial in Dubai is you've got to meet people. You've got to get out there and you've got to meet people. And it can be anything. It doesn't mean you have to go to this stuffy networking event when you're not that kind of person. There's lots of opportunities. I mean, I recently met someone with an opportunity at a yoga event where we were just doing Sunday morning yoga. So it's about really not the official and formal networking, the scary word that lots of people are afraid of. It's about connecting. That's all that it's about, connecting with people. And Dubai is a city where that's very crucial. You need to socialize and meet people. The one thing about Dubai is that it's definitely a city full of opportunity. There's a lot of business owners here, a lot of people, entrepreneurs that are making their own way, and lots of opportunity, lots of businesses. One of the best things in Dubai is as an employee that we don't pay tax. So there is no personal tax, which is of course fantastic, because when you get your salary, what is on your what they've offered you is what you get out at the end of the day. It's what you don't even get a pay slip, because there's nothing to deduct from your pay. What you get paid is what you get in your bank account, which is really great. And so there are lots of entrepreneurs out there and people who are living the dream, I suppose, but realistically that also isn't that easy. Everyone in Dubai is trying to make it. Everyone is trying to become something. Everyone's trying to make their dreams a reality. So in truth, it is a city full of people who are working towards their dreams. And that does involve some struggle often. We all know nothing in life is worth it if you haven't really put in the effort, right? So there's lots of successful people out there, and there's lots of people who are still on the road to success, but there's lots of opportunity. So if you're willing to put in the hard work, then Dubai is definitely the place. And there is a bit of a trick to it though, because it's such a big city and it's very competitive. So Instagram is an amazing source of information. There's always something going on in Dubai, and you need to then go out and do these things. Sign up for dance classes, or if you don't want to spend a lot of money, arrange a picnic with the people at work and their families, because you never know who you're going to meet in their families. Or what about just a yoga class? In the winter, there are a lot of free yoga classes that you can attend. And maybe just inviting people over for dinner or going to a networking event. Some of them are very beneficial because you get to meet people in your field. So look on Instagram. There are heaps of opportunities to go to events. There's always something, like I say, always something happening in Dubai. So it's all about getting out there, go to workshops, go to launches, whatever you can find, do it and meet people. So it doesn't have to be expensive either. There are a lot of affordable things that you can do, but you need to spend some time and effort actually finding out where these opportunities are. And unfortunately, nobody can give you a list, these are the opportunities, because you need to find them on Instagram, because it's also, the city's fast moving. Things are changing all the time. So there's constantly new things happening. South Africans back home are always fascinated as well about why we're living in the Middle East, and it's just a bit foreign to people who live in Africa, and it might also be foreign to people living in other parts of the world. So United Arab Emirates and Dubai, incredibly safe. Can't explain to you how free and safe we feel here. It's really such a breath of fresh air coming from South Africa, where we live in constant fear. Lots of people don't even lock their front doors. Friends of ours joke when they leave their house, they leave the door open. They never lock it when they go out. They do lock it overnight when they sleep, but it's a massive joke because they lock the door when they're inside. When they've gone out, they leave the door open. Nobody will come and try the door handle. It's just not heard of here. Lots of people leave their cars their keys in their cars, so their cars with the keys inside. That's something that happens here as well. You won't find us doing that. Coming from South Africa, that's not something that we will do. But the government of Sharjah did recently ask people to please be careful what you do leave in your cars, because it's just tempting for people who want to steal something. So there is that element, but it is really nothing to be afraid of. We go to the beach, we leave our belongings on our towel, and we go swim in the sea. There's never that feeling of that sense of I'm going to keep an eye on my stuff, or somebody's going to steal my stuff. So I think people also want to know why is it so safe in Dubai? And it's so safe because of the policing, because of the laws, because about 90% of the people that live in the United Arab Emirates are not citizens. They're all foreign nationals. They're all residents. So everyone knows that we are here and we need to obey the rules and the regulations. Otherwise, we won't have the privilege of being here. So the laws are here to be enforced and to make it safe for everyone. So it's really great to know that there's proper policing and that there are strict rules come with strict fines. But that doesn't make us afraid of the laws. It makes us safe and it makes us feel free. I think that also brings up something that people always want to know about, are the laws so strict? And I have to say no. I think it's just common decency, common living with other people, things that you need to be aware of. Don't spit in the streets. It's disgusting. You're going to get a fine. Don't jaywalk. Walk across the pedestrian crossings, people. They're there for a reason. Cars stop. And here cars stop if you walk across the pedestrian crossing, because they're going to get fined if they don't stop, and rightly so. Don't drive and drink. You're going to get fined. Don't skip a robot if it's red, people. You're going to get a massive fine and your car can be impounded. But it's not about the penalty. It's about you shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Don't be drunk in the street. Don't urinate in public. These are common things. People don't dress like, excuse me, but a hooker in a public place. Why? Nobody wants to see your bits, let's be honest. Okay, maybe some men want to see your bits, but you shouldn't be doing that. Your dad wouldn't want you to walk around like that. So I think for me anyway, these things are just common decency, right? Don't swear in public. These are all things you'll get fined for, but it's things you shouldn't be doing anyway. So we all get to live in this wonderful city and this country, to be honest, but I'm specifically talking about Dubai. We get to live here in a place where we feel safe, where people sit in a coffee shop with their laptops on the table and go to the toilets, leave their laptop open, leave their cell phone on the table, and they don't have to worry. And how great is that, right? I often see it in coffee shops, and being a South African, it still surprises me. The person can disappear for ages. I don't know if they've gone shopping and keeping their seat with their laptop and their cell phone, but that's what happens. You often see maybe a child in a pram, in an aisle, just sitting there playing on a cell phone, right? And the mom's just left the kid there to play on the cell phone while she quickly does some groceries. That's what it's like here. People can live their lives. So that's why we as South Africans, one of the main reasons why we're here, it is because we have that sense of freedom. We toe the line, we do what we're supposed to do, we behave like common, decent people, and we live a wonderful life, a safe life, where we can not worry about whether our personal space or our personal belongings are going to be affected in any way. Massive advantage to living here in Dubai. That's really great about Dubai as well. We love supporting newcomers to Dubai. So it's very common for us to support people who have just come to Dubai because we know what it's like to be there. And there are people always coming and going. So it gives an opportunity to hand me down, pass on to the new people that are coming into the city. So look out for those groups as well. There's always somebody who would like to support. Everybody always wants to know about the alcohol. First question they ask, can you drink in Dubai? How easy is it to get alcohol? Well, it's pretty easy to get alcohol. It's just a normal city, right? So you can go to a bottle store and you can buy your alcohol. You can sit in a restaurant and you can buy your alcohol. You can go to a nightclub and you can buy alcohol. So alcohol is not available in supermarkets. Alcohol is not sold on every street corner. So in Dubai specifically, you can buy alcohol at bottle stores. You do need to have your passport if you are a tourist, and if you're a resident, you need to get a liquor license or an alcohol license for the bottle stores to sell you alcohol. But you can buy most of the alcohol you want. You can buy from a bottle store, and at nightclubs and at restaurants and hotels, alcohol is freely sold and you can enjoy your beer with your meal. No problem at all. And you can buy your alcohol, like I say, at a bottle store, and you can come and enjoy it at home. You can also bring alcohol into the country. Just check how many liters you are allowed to bring from your country into the UAE, into Dubai. But alcohol is not an issue. It is again just about responsible drinking. Drink freely in your hotel. Walk up to your room and pass out on your bed. Don't leave the hotel and go crazy through the streets in a drunken stupor. That's not going to be looked at in a positive light. So be responsible and drink responsibly. Drink where you're supposed to drink, but don't go to the beach and have your bottles of wine on the beach, because that is a public place. You need to behave responsibly, and then you can enjoy as much as you want. There are a lot of glamorous people here that live in these beautiful big mansions. And don't get me wrong, there are stunning, amazing mansions in Dubai. I mean, we drive down the roads and sometimes we're like, what? Does somebody live in that house? Is that an actual house? It should be a palace, right? But it's just a normal house on Beach Road. And it's absolutely astounding, right? The size of some of the houses. And the luxury of some of the apartment complexes, and the buildings that have pools on each level. Each apartment has their own pool. We have all of that in Dubai. The beautiful views of Atlantis from apartments on the Palm. This is Dubai, and this is what it's all about, enjoying this luxury. But not everyone here has the means to enjoy the luxury, or wants to really be in a position where they are spending so much money on luxury. So it is also about everyday life, and there are apartments to suit everyone's price ranges and everyone's needs. So it's very crucial that you choose an area that's best suited to your family, best suited to the style that you want to live, the lifestyle that you want to have, because there are apartments from, bachelor apartments from 2,000, 3,000 dirhams, up to, you know, the really luxurious places which can cost you a fortune. So it's all about finding the area that you like and then also finding the price range that works for your budget. Shopping in Dubai is exactly the same. There are lots of different supermarkets and places where you can buy for bulk and you can get cheap, very cheap and affordable food. And then you can go to, say for instance, Spinneys, where there is really good top-notch luxury foods that are quite expensive. I think equivalent to Woolworths back home, but I think a little bit more expensive really, Spinneys, but really delicious, fresh, and a lot of imports as well. We buy our rooibos tea. If you're from South Africa, you know what rooibos tea is. We can get biltong there as well, and baker's biscuits, and a few ends and odds from South Africa you can buy at Spinneys. And we really like getting those things from Spinneys, specifically the biltong, which we really enjoy. Or there are other supermarkets. We mainly do our shopping at Carrefour. Carrefour is quite affordable, and yeah, go there. Lots of specials always. Big supermarkets, so you can get a Carrefour near you, or go to Mall of the Emirates where there is a very nice big Carrefour. Then there are other shops like Nesto and affordable places like Vivo, where you can buy brands from Europe. And then of course there are speciality stores like we have Hyperama, which sells all the South African goodies. So if you want to treat yourself and you're South African, take a Saturday morning, go out to Hyperama and you'll find everything from South Africa there. Chappie's bubblegum, your Cross and Blackwell mayonnaise, your tomato sauce, all gold, Omar's rusks, everything that you want you'll find there at Hyperama. And it's actually quite affordable if you are paying in dirhams. It is actually very affordable. So lots of different stores that you can go to. There are some bigger speciality stores as well, the markets, and you need to shop around and find the store that best suits your pocket and also what you want to buy, what you are used to buying. So if you have brands that you like buying, then you can find a store that has those brands. I think also what we are big on here in Dubai is buying online. There's very much an online buying culture. You can get anything delivered to your house, right? And within a short period of time as well. It's pretty awesome, I must say, especially with Amazon here. Amazon is so easy. Deliveroo, Noon, all of the restaurants, and even some of the little shops, the little local supermarket nearby, a little convenience store, they deliver as well to your door. So everything is very, very easy. If you feel like a shawarma, just get on the phone to your local restaurant. Can I have so many shawarmas? They come on their little bikes and knock on your door, give their card machine, you swipe your card and off they go. It's absolutely fantastic. So in terms of convenience, amazing. And of course there's these delivery bikes everywhere. So if you're driving on the roads in Dubai for the first time, be aware of the delivery bikes, because there are literally hundreds. Sometimes it feels like you're being invaded by all the bikes zooming past you. So that's just something, part of the scenery in Dubai, are all the delivery vehicles, because we all enjoy our deliveries. Another thing about Dubai that people are always curious about and that they always actually have wrong is the dress code. So we don't all walk around in hijabs and abayas in Dubai. We dress how we want to. So in Dubai, I feel really more able to dress however I want than I do back home. If I want to wear a scarf on my head today, I'll do it, right? Back home, people look at me as if I've just climbed out of a shoe, right? Whereas here, if I want to wear my abaya, I do. If I want to wear my shorts, I do. If I want to wear my jeans, I do. I think what it's about is, it's really just about being respectful. And again, you don't really want everyone to see your bits, or maybe you do, but it's really not considerate to the people who live here and who respect being a little bit more covered up. So it's about realizing that you're in a foreign country. Don't be deceived. There are often people who walk around with half their clothes missing. And unfortunately, it's often, most of the time, women. Sometimes I walk in the streets and I think to myself, oh, lady, did you lose half your clothes? What is going on, right? Is it essential for your skirt to be that short? Or that neckline to be that low? But they do it, but you do stand the risk of being fined or asked to cover up. It has never happened to me, but then I haven't really ever tried to push the boundaries there. Besides, I'm not sure anybody really wants to see a 50 plus woman in a mini skirt. But anyway, so there are times when you will need to be a little bit more conservative. If you go to government building, then you really need to have things covering your shoulders and a little bit more longer dresses, a little bit more conservative in terms of your neckline. So, and if you go to a mosque, definitely need to cover up. So for instance, the mosque in Abu Dhabi, if you ever go to see the Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi, be very aware of the fact that you need to have a proper abaya and a hijab, and you need to cover up, because it is still a functioning mosque and they're very, very strict. I actually had to go back and pin my abaya up so that it was pinned right down to my ankles. So they are very strict. So it's these times when you need to be very respectful. If you're going to a mosque, if you're going to government offices, you need to be aware of how you dress. In the tourist attractions, on the beach, wear your bikini. Trust me, you'll be one of lots of people in their bikinis enjoying the sun. So that's the right place to enjoy lack of clothing, so to speak. But if you get off the beach, you need to put your clothes on and just be yourself, relax, and enjoy being in Dubai. The weather! Oh my goodness, what a topic. Everyone always asks about the weather, right? And surprisingly, Dubai isn't stiflingly hot all the time, right? Just isn't. We love to ramp it up how hot it is in the summer, because to be fair, it is really hot in the summer. Look, there's no denying that in the summer in Dubai, it is excruciatingly hot, right? There's no jokes about it. But the truth is we have an amazing winter. This last winter, again, I was saying to my husband, I cannot believe how amazing Dubai is in the winter. So if you're thinking of coming to Dubai and you've never been before, I would seriously recommend late October, November if you can, December ideal, January, February, March, right? April, you're pushing it. May, it's going to be hot. June, oh my goodness. July, don't even bother unless you want to experience absolute heat. 50 degrees Celsius, 38 by the time you wake up in the morning. August, very hot again. We don't go outside. Lots of people go home during August. June, July, August, people go home and spend a month in their home countries, or some people work away from Dubai during these 3 months. June, July, August, really not pleasant in terms of the heat. So if you want to come here on a holiday and experience the heat, these are the months you need to be here. If you want to enjoy a lovely, true Dubai experience where you get to see everything, you need to come in the winter. And this is also because a lot of the attractions close for the summer because you just can't really spend time outside. It is really not possible. For instance, your phone overheats. You can't use it outside. My glasses fog up because remember the humidity is so high. So you're inside your car with the aircon on and it's blissful. As soon as you get out of the car, the heat hits you and then your glasses fog up. So it is slightly unpleasant and something you really need to experience. But first time coming to Dubai, I really suggest you come in the winter. All the attractions are open. Global Village, the gardens, everywhere is buzzing with opportunity, expectations, fun things to do. Out on the ocean, on the beaches, cycling on the beaches, on your scooter. You can rent scooters and bicycles everywhere here. The shops are open, the markets are open, the restaurants are open, all on the pavements, on the balconies. So the views are beautiful, outside life. Everybody's outside during the winter and enjoying the beautiful weather and the scenery and being in Dubai, the advantage of being in Dubai. So winter, 100% recommend coming to Dubai in the winter if you want to experience Dubai and all it has to offer. If you want to experience real heat and real desert experience, you should come in the summer. But then remember that you won't get to experience a lot of the opportunities or the attractions that are available in Dubai because they do shut during the summer. I hope I've managed to clarify a few of the maybe fallacies or misconceptions you had about life in Dubai. If you have anything specifically you want to ask me about living in Dubai, please put a comment and I'll definitely respond. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.